And we turn now to Attorney General Eric Holder. He is also in Paris this morning. He has just finished a meeting with his law enforcement counterparts from around the world. General Holder, thank you for joining us. Did you get any new information on this attack during these meetings there?
Well, the purpose of the meetings was obviously to express our condolences and then also to pledge our solidarity with the French people. A pledge was made to do a better job of sharing information amongst the nations that were there, and I think we will in fact do that. The President has announced that on February the 18th we will host a summit in Washington, D.C. I announced that at the meeting so that we can come up with a way in which we can deal with the root causes of this. Countering violent extremism is what we call it. We can deal with the root causes of what it is that attracts these young men to these really negative ideological groups.
General Holder, does this attack signal that the war on terror is entered kind of a new phase where we're dealing with these homegrown terrorists who go to other places, get training, then come back to their home country and carry out these attacks?
Oh, I think we have been in that phase for some time, Bob. I think the decimation of core al-Qaeda has probably reduced, if not eliminated, the ability of al-Qaeda to do the kind of thing that they did on September the 11th. On the other hand, al-Qaeda affiliates like al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula has moved what they do to smaller kinds of attacks. They have inspired people negatively around the world to engage in these really small attacks that involve only one or two people, a small number of arms, that can have a devastating impact, as we have seen in France. But we have been in this phase of the fight against terrorism for some time.
Does this mean that the danger, the threat of attacks like this in this country is greater now in the United States?
I wouldn't say it is greater, but I certainly think that the possibility of such attacks exists in the United States. It is something that we worry about all the time. It is something that we meet about all the time. It's something that frankly keeps me up at night, worrying about the lone wolf or a group of people, a very small group of people who decide to get arms on their own and do what we saw in France this week. It's the kind of thing that our government is focused on and doing all that we can in conjunction with our state and local counterparts to try to make sure it does not happen.
Well, there are reports that the Algerians warned the French authorities that something like this might happen. Do you have any information on that?
Well, this is something that will have to be part of an analysis of the whole incident as we do in the United States when something happens like that in our country or when we disrupt a plot. We always look to see if there are ways in which we might have done something differently, and I'm sure that our French counterparts will be doing that as well, looking to see if there were things that they missed that might have prevented this from happening, and we will be sharing with them all the information that we have to help them in that analysis.
How many of these so-called homegrown terrorists do we think are in the United States right now, General Holder? And are we monitoring all of them? Are we confident we know who they are and where they are?
Well, I think that we are certainly doing, I think, a good job in monitoring those people. And when I say monitoring, I mean monitoring in an appropriate way using legitimate tools. We're not stereotyping anybody, but we are focused on those people who we have some reason to believe might engage in these kinds of activities. And I think that our FBI, in conjunction with our intelligence community and in conjunction with our state and local partners, I think we do a good job in keeping abreast of what these people are talking about and potentially what it is that they are planning.